Well, hello there. This is Mr. Critic, and it is actually good evening. It is Friday evening in our country, and when they say in the Game of Thrones winter is coming, actually it has arrived in our country. It is cold outside, but I do not mind the cold, but the cold rain that is pouring, this is what I mind, because I don't want to get wet. So instead of going out tonight, I have decided to continue with this LP. So, as you can see, this is what I have done off-screening. It is Axis turn 20. We have won this battle on Axis turn 8. And I have spent 12 very lonely and boring turns getting extra experience for my units, also some overstrenging and everything, but pretty much yes, it was boring. That is why it took me nearly 3 days, I believe, to continue with this. But I was, talking a lot about the difficulty of the next scenario, which is Moscow42. Oh, no, sorry, Moscow41, sorry. And I have just realized that I was actually lying to you. Moscow41 is not difficult, all the scenarios in this game, if you're playing a campaign, of course, are ranging from extremely easy to medium, and medium difficulty is reserved only for Washington. So Moscow41 is easy, while Kiev was extremely easy. So, okay, it's not an exact scale, but you know what I mean. So, to make things interesting, I will now put on a blindfold and try to play Panzer General with the blindfold. So, let us now finish this scenario with the blindfold. Give me 5 seconds. Okay, now I cannot see anything. So now I'm just trying to feel where the tanks are. You are here. No. Here? No. Sorry, only kidding. Okay. I'm being an idiot, so forgive me, please. Okay, now really. Body count, check for yourself. I will not specify everything for you, but this is the body count for Kiev. We have destroyed, like 1/4 of the Red Army, and we have suffered no casualties. If you check, the score from the beginning of the war, you can see that, well, to be honest, the AI of this game is no match for a human brain. Even for my limited brain, so everybody can do this. But still, now we will finish this and get a major victory by destroying this less infantry and taking this last victory objective. So let us do it. Bam! So good. This Axis major victory, and we go on, and then we save on play, just in case something goes wrong with deploying our units. So, congratulations on your stunning success in the Ukraine. No, sorry, but I mean, 12 turns too many for a major victory. But okay, thank you, headquarters. Thank you, whoever. So many Soviet troops have been destroyed, have surrendered, yada yada yada. Decisive battle of 1941. The Soviets will defend Moscow. We need to take Moscow before the combination of winter weather and Siberian reinforcements can steal the initiative. Okay, so I will win a major victory here in Moscow41 and then proceed to Washington, but only, because I have to answer a certain challenge. Certain LPR which I admire very much, whom I admire, sorry, my English is bad, has said that, okay, not said, but shown that Washington is very difficult and he was losing a lot of units, and he went to Washington right after Moscow41, so I have to show to you and to him, of course, that it is not that difficult. Yes, of course, usually if you go to Washington, you should, proceed on the Eastern Front until 1943 and then, destroy the Soviets and have much more units at your disposal. But, it's a challenge. I like challenges, so never mind that. First we have to win Moscow41. But for those of you like one of my favorite viewers, Buick, I will do the eastern scenarios afterwards. Don't worry about it. I will take over Moscow41, Washington, and then I will only take a minor victory in Moscow41 and go to all the eastern scenarios. So don't worry. Promise is a promise. Or as Germans would say, ein Wort, ein Mann. So one man, one word, or basically this means one promise. So I am a man of honor. So okay, enough talking. We are attacking Moscow. Deploy your troops. We will start with upgrading our units. In between Kiev, we have acquired a new transport, and we will give this new transport to all of our bridge engineers, because we get another, one more movement point. This is basically it, but it's very important. So if you can see here, this transport here has a movement of 6. This one has a movement of 7. So I am one of those players of Panzer General that believes that extra movement is extremely important. As for other units, I still have this one Messerschmitt 109 fighter. I will also upgrade it to Focke-Wulf 190. And now we have basically 4 3J tanks that are excellent against armor. Ah, shit. I need to relight my cigarette. But kids, smoking is bad for you, so don't do it at home. Okay, so I will upgrade 2 more tanks to Panzer 3J. 2 more? So we will have 6 or 1 more? No, 1 more. This guy only. So we will have 6 Panzer 4D tanks and 5 Panzer 3J tanks. Now, why is this important? Yes, in a good weather you can, use your tactical or even level bombers, to show hell, you know, to the Soviet tanks, but when you have rainy or snowy weather, then you know, Panzer 40s are no match for these tanks. So I think I will be on the safe side. Now, somebody might object that and say that well, if you want to, you know, compare yourself to that other LPR, you should use the same equipment. No, I disagree. You know, because choosing your equipment is also a very important part of this game. So I would say it takes some knowledge, you know, to choose the right equipment for the right scenario. So in this case, I will not do the same thing as the other LPR. I will use the tanks I want, and I have enough prestige to use them, and I'm not cheating in any way. Now I have to pause a little bit because wow, almost 8 p.m. here, so I'm getting a little bit sleepy, so a cup of coffee, then I will continue. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. And before I continue with this, just let me check something. We still have plenty of prestige, but okay. It is probably time, you know, to have extra prestige. You know, I'm still suffering from some dumb decisions from low countries, and probably this is the first scenario where I will have more than enough prestige. So okay, so we will now start deploying our units, but before we do anything, I would like to tell you a joke, which I knew from the past, but today I heard it again, read it of course, and it goes like this. A guy walks into a store and says, please give me 2 packages of condoms. And the clerk says, would you like a bag also? And the guy answers, no, not necessary. She's kind of pretty. Okay, had to say it. Okay, so now for the deployment part. This is a very important part, probably the most important part of the entire scenario. If you have a general idea where the enemy units are, you can take most of them out, not most of them, but the first line of defense on the first turn. So, because, you know, I'm a nerd regarding this game, I know where most of the units are. So, here is an infantry. This I know for a fact. So, the strongest breach engineers here. Also, here is a force comprising of infantries, tanks, air defenses, also breach engineers here, artillery, something. So another breach engineers here, and another one here. Now, as you can see, these 3 hexes are rough terrain, so it is always very logical for the enemy to place its units where they can be highly entrenched. So more breach engineers here. Now we support them with a tank, just in case, you never know. And there is another force here, so we use another bridging engineer unit, support it with our here anti-armor tank, just in case, because there is always a possibility that the Soviets will bring some tanks here, you know, to protect this cluster of units. And since we have to cross this wood, and I'm also quite sure that there are some units hiding here, we will place 3 more tanks around here. So you? No, not sure. I have to check. One Panzer 3J here, one here, and then for the rest of the units we will have to go for 13, 12, and I would say 14. Yeah. I hope I'm right about this. But not necessarily, you know, it's like I said once before, Panzer General is not an exact science, fortunately, so you go here, you here, here, and here. Okay, so this is it for our ground units. Yes, this will take a while, you know, but as I've said, this is the most important part of the entire scenario. If you place your unit, oh, I can see some units, didn't even know that. So 3 tactical bombers in the north, 3 tactical bombers in the south, nine fighters. So as I have said, if you do the first turn the way you should do it, then you know, it is much easier to prevail in the scenario. Okay, even if you do not place them correctly, it is still, you know, not a walk in the park like in Kiev, but you will still win, but you have to be efficient, you know. This is why the Germans, even though they were outnumbered completely in this war, were fighting, you know, against major forces for, I don't know, 6 years before losing the war. So this is the way to go to do it. Okay, so this fighter is totally inexperienced. All others are pretty much either veteran or elite. So one fighter here, one here, another one here. So we have one fighter, so we add another one, 2 fighters in the north, 2 in the south, 1 in the middle. This one will go scouting, you know, for this airfield. and we have 4 more fighters. What to do with them? I think we will place 2 in the northish at least, and 2 southish. Okay, so it is Axis turn 1, October 2, 1941. We have fair weather and 22 turns remaining. We see some things now. So let us save this game. Moscow. Sorry, I am without a light here, and even though I can touch type, you know, you can sometimes make mistakes. So it is Moscow41 001. I will save this, and now we will give the Soviets hell. Give me a second, please. So now the only thing remaining is the song of Snap. No, I've got the power! Because now we will start destroying Soviet units. Those of you who are experienced players of Panzer General will probably say that this is unnecessary, you know, to destroy these units in the woods, and I agree with you. I do not destroy them because it is necessary to destroy them. I destroy them because I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory. So I want to win this scenario by destroying each and every of the Soviet units and taking all of the objectives, even non-victory ones. So this is why I have chosen to attack these units in the woods. So now we go for this anti-tank gun. And it's gone. So, my name is Sirio Forel, and you will be speaking with me with more respect. To me, with more respect. I cannot wait for the next seasons of Game of Thrones. And we advance. And we destroy. Finally. I was starting to think, you know, that I will just destroy all the units with my tactical bombers and fighters. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now for the south. Die. Could have gone better. Oh, almost forgot. I have here a support force from Army Group South, but I do not think I will be using it a lot, you know, mainly for defensive purposes. So nice. Very nice. So you now destroy this crippled infantry. And you go for this inf. And we take over this airfield. We will leave this unit be because it is not a threat. As for this infantry, we have pioneers here, which are basically bridge engineers without bridging capabilities. And this means no rugged defense and ignoring the entrenchments. Also, like I said, because I'm a nerd, I know there is an infantry here, so good. They're good. Now for this artillery. This is actually going too well. Damn, now I cursed it, you know. Now probably this infantry will destroy my breach engineers and all of my plans to rule the world will be shattered. Now we go for this inf. Get lost. One remaining. I didn't say the F word, I said fa. You know, like fa. Okay. So now the thing is, every time you play this game, you realize something. On the first turn, not only the Soviets, but every air force, you know, every enemy air force is near the airfield. So if you scout, nobody here. But if you go here, you can attack and do some damage on the very first turn. Perfect. Okay. Now we have two Panzer 3J tanks, both of them very capable, so we will attack this tank. Doesn't look like that we could, you know. But still, we should try it. First casualty on our side. Very good. So now we attack this artillery. Nice. And not sure. I need to think about this because I do not know what is hiding here, so so this infantry has to die. So this air defense is not supported by any artillery or something, so we will attack it. Most definitely. It looks like we will need more fighters in the north than in the south, but I kind of expected that, so it is not really a problem. And this bastard is fighting back. I see. So now we go for this artillery. Just let me check. Prior to that we need to destroy this tank, so we will. This is much better. Now, why was I checking this? Because I want to either destroy or cripple this unit and then park my transporters here, because when I will attack these bridge engineers, I want to also cross the river and allow my tanks to cross the river as you know, because bridge engineers create a bridge, so they will cross the river without a problem, without having to spend another turn or two turns for to do this. So this is the point. Here we go. Now this infantry will not go into a transport, otherwise it could be destroyed by this artillery and this infantry. So now we can focus on the center. This artillery is now exposed, so we will attack it. And so is this one. So as for this anti-tank, we will use breach engineers. And now this tank. Another pause, and I will be right back. I'm back. And since today I will not be able, to sing for you, because okay, maybe I will, but I have a cold and my voice is not what it is supposed to be, but I will tell more jokes instead, so please bear with me. So two fishermen are in a boat in the middle of the ocean, and they are fishing, and one of them pulls out a mermaid, and she's beautiful, and she grabs her and takes her out of the water, but then after couple of seconds he throws her back, and the other fisherman says, "Why?" And our guy says, "How?" Okay. Never mind that. Today we will probably do only one turn, because I feel very talkative, but never mind that. Tomorrow is Saturday, so in the morning I will start with Moscow41, and I will probably do 3 to 4 turns, so bear with me, please. So we have only 2 fighters remaining, because we have sacrificed most of our force, to get rid of the units that don't really matter, but okay, still. Okay. Okay, here is another fighter, so we'll bring all the units that have truck transports south, because we don't want to bring them into the open terrain, since they would advance much too slowly, for our purpose. So Nice. So now we advance here. Nothing. Advance here. Ah! Nice! An artillery. Perfect job. You have an entrenchment of 3, but I need you to take care of these 2 units, so okay. I will attack now this infantry head on. Very good. And we destroy this infantry. So, as you can see, now our fighters are free to go wherever they want to go. Does this mean that we are actually done with our core units? I do not feel good about it, you know, because oh, something in the north. Ah, this one. Come closer. No problem. And this unit will also go south, you know, because it is also in a truck, and trucks can only advance well on the road. So we will cross the river and then use the roads. And now I will save this game just in case. Ah, I thought so. So now we are stuck with Army Group South. Mediocre fighters. Not like fighters, like, you know, like airplanes, but. And our first priority is to do as much damage as we can do to the Soviet units, but not lose a single unit. So, why not? If there is an artillery here, then it means there is probably air defense here, because usually Soviets do not join 2 artilleries, even though it would be a good idea to have 2 artilleries here and an air defense here. So first priority is to get rid of the tanks. This one is too heavy, but these 2, you know, are just excellent, you know, for the taking. So now we will do some serious damage. Pioneers. Perfect. Okay, so now we have taken the city of Orel, which is actually not sure for the Russian language, but in our language Orel or Oro means eagle, so perhaps it is something symbolical about it. Just kidding. Sorry for the long silence, but you know, I was only calculating my odds, you know, to win this battle, you know, in the south with my auxiliary unit. So nothing important. Very good. Now I will attack this artillery. Also encircle this tank below. So now I will have to protect this Zik 1B from this T-70 tank, which is extremely useful against air attack and quite useful against armor. So this is it, and we save this game. So it is Moscow41. (002), and I will purchase another unit, which is a tactical bomber. The last one prior to going to Washington. I guess nobody can see me here, but should I risk it? Yeah, why not? Here. And I save this again. On the play, I give the enemy its turn, and for the party time you will have to wait until tomorrow morning, because tonight I only wanted to do one turn, and now I will go to play some cards. No, really, you know, I'm a sucker for this game. Don't know how it is called in English language, but in our language it's called Tarok. And I love it too much, you know, to spend all the time to doing this LP. But let us give the enemy its turn. Oh, for goodness sake. How could he find me? Ah, spotting of 3, I forgot about it. This T70 has a spotting of 3, and I was too dumb to, you know, so, okay. Now this was luck, this last move, so, okay, let us save. Moscow41 003. Okay, thank you for watching this. I believe I will be able to produce another video in, I don't know, less than 24 hours. So this is it. Let us only check what happened on the first turn. First cup. This was first turn. 15. Yes, it was actually a first turn. Okay, okay. So, as you can see, we will also win this battle without breaking a sweat. So, again, thank you for watching, and all the best from Mr. Kritik.